Pismo Beach celebrated the pier's reopening with their annual Clam Festival.
Also today, find out why Cal Poly students are protesting against County Sheriff Ian Parkinson.
And later, 5,000 succulents went on sale at last weekend's Succulentopia plant sale, and nearly everyone was sold.
Broadcasting from Swanson Studios, you're watching Mustang News.
Welcome, I'm Casey Sublette.
And I'm Allie Gutvine. Welcome back to Mustang News. We hope you're having a marvelous Monday.
Pismo Beach held their 72nd annual Clam Festival last Saturday. Our reporter Summer Sinnette has more.
Pismo Beach celebrated its 72nd annual Clam Festival, which kicked off the reopening of the new pier. This event, coupled with the reopening, made for an activity-filled and family-friendly day for all.
So Clam Festival includes a parade, it includes concerts, a beer garden, activities for kids. On Sunday, we have the clam chowder contest, so local restaurants all come together to see who can have the best clam chowder. If you show up, you can actually have people's choice, so people enjoy voting for best clam chowder.
Safety concerns sparked an interest to make improvements and updates to the pier.
Two parts of the pier were destroyed in a disaster in 1983, storms and tidal surge events. And so we rebuilt portions of the pier in 1983. Other portions of the pier were from 1924. So turned out those portions of the pier had to be rebuilt.
The newly rebuilt pier has made a positive impact on the Pismo community.
I really like this pier. I think it's cool. I like walking out to the end and just like looking out. It's super pretty and there's so many people. There's so much going on the pier that you wouldn't expect. But yeah, it's really cool. It's nice that it's open now. I'm sure it brings a lot more people around.
Summer Sinnette, Mustang News.
The Cal Poly Students for Equality Education, or the SQE, marched around downtown San Luis Obispo in protest against County Sheriff Ian Parkinson. The protest called for Parkinson's resignation as the San Luis Obispo County Sheriff. In 2012, there have been about 12 reported inmate deaths in San Luis Obispo County Jail. According to protesters, Parkinson is responsible for these deaths and must be held accountable. One poster during the protest read the names of the 12 inmate deaths. Another read, "No justice, no peace, no killer police." Protesters say that the inmates died due solely to police negligence. Ethnic Studies Senior and SQE President Gianna Biza says that Parkinson has created a, quote, cycle of death.
Online of how people were begging for medical attention and then didn't get it and then died. And so it's just like a whole cycle of negligence and death that has been happening in SLO County Jail under Ian Parkinson.
When we come back, I'll have your weather forecast for the week. Stay tuned.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie. Nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Maria, so how's work?
It was fourth period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Miss Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool. See on page 4 that the projections need to be earthquake next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Good afternoon, Cal Poly. I'm Kayla Berenson with your weather forecast for the week. Today, we have a high of 71 degrees and a low of 49. It is also not October 5th. It is October 22nd. I apologize for the mix-up. So we have no chance of rain, 58% humidity, and wind gusts at 8 miles per hour. Moving into North County, the highest temperature is in Paso Robles with a high of 84 and a low of 42. The rest are in the high 70s, and San Luis Obispo is at 71 and 49, like I mentioned earlier. Onto our beaches. Your best bet if you're trying to catch the sunset tonight, that's happening at 6:22 p.m., is probably Avila or Pismo because those have the warmest temperatures today. We're seeing temperatures in the mid to high 60s all around the rest of them. Onto South County, also temperatures in the mid to high 60s with Arroyo Grande at 68, Nipomo at 67, Guadalupe at 64, Santa Maria at 68, and Orchid at 68, Vindenburg at 63. Onto our 5-day forecast, like I mentioned earlier, we have a high of 71 and a low 49. On Tuesday, high of 74, Wednesday 80, Thursday 82, and Friday will be our hottest day this week with a high of 86 and a low of 53. That's all I have for weather. Here's Jason with your sports.
Oh, thank you, Kayla. This week in Cal Poly Sports, Casey Sublette investigates the famous NorCal versus SoCal rivalry.
Went by the athletic department to interview people about NorCal, SoCal, because the Dodgers are in the World Series. I found out what they thought about the rivalry.
I don't really see it as a rivalry because I feel like SoCal is just better in a lot of ways than NorCal. I got a lot of buddies up there. It's all cool. I talk the same like lingo. I mean, that's a little different. It varies from NorCal and SoCal, so I'd probably be my reason, I guess.
We got In-N-Out, and I know you guys have In-N-Out in NorCal, but something about SoCal makes it better. We're gonna go Central Coast. Can't beat Central Coast. We got hoagies right here, best beaches. What else could you ask for?
I lived in NorCal, but I'm gonna go Southern Cal because it's just nice. I like the weather, even though I never been there, but I always want to go there.
SoCal, because like the football teams, everything better in SoCal. You feel me?
You know, SoCal all day. Babes, way hotter. Food, way better. Beaches, desert, Mexico.
You think about it, the Lakers, the Rams, the Chargers, everybody in SoCal, who you look at up north? The 49ers, the Raiders? Nah, you go into the Laker game.
Has a point.
You feel me?
The big reason why is SoCal football is just better, you know? LA over Oakland and San Fran, that's all I gotta say.
The Cal Poly football team battled rival UC Davis in the Battle of the Golden Horseshoe this Saturday. Mustang News reporter Jay Serrano has a look at the big moments from the game.
Golden Horseshoe to UC Davis, 52-10. The Mustangs started out strong with a 35-yard touchdown run by senior fullback Joe Prothro and a 41-yard field goal by senior kicker Alex Vega, but the Aggies overpowered the Mustangs, scoring 52 unanswered points. UC Davis used a 31-point second quarter to take control of the game, and Aggie quarterback Jake Mayer threw for 3 touchdowns in the quarter and 2 more in the next half.
We responded poorly. We got flustered, we got out of control, we made mistakes in our pass defense, which gave a couple easy touchdowns. And that's just all being focused and how we rise. And so overall, we got outplayed, outcoached. I can't say it any other way. I'm not happy about it. But as young men, we have to come back. And as old men, we got to come back. And we got to face the reality that we got a long ways to go to be able to compete against the Houston Washingtons and right now the UC Davis.
Prothro continued to produce on the ground with 147 yards. This is his 5th 100th-yard game this year and the 19th of his career. He is now 4th in all-time rushing yards at Cal Poly.
Yeah, 100% with you. That don't matter to me at all, you know. I mean, for my O-line, I think that's great. I've run behind some of the best O-linemen, you know, in the history here. You know, Fisher, Matt Enriquez, Tyler Wisenhunt, Harry. They're all good guys. Shawcross, Paul, you know. They're the 4th best line in history of Cal Poly too, you know?
Jay Serrano, Mustang News.
Thanks for the update, Jason. Coming up, find out how successful the second ever Succulentopia plant sale was last weekend after the break.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
I, Krista, take you, Jamie, to be my wife.
When we found out that we were pregnant, we were just elated. We were just sitting there waiting for the pediatrician. She said she won't be taking you in as a client.
We are a lesbian couple, but she's just a baby. She's the one you're denying the service to.
Four students grew nearly 5,000 succulents and had the chance to sell them at last weekend's Succulentopia plant sale. Mustang News reporter Lauren Arden has more.
3,000 succulents were sold on the Cal Poly campus last weekend at the Horticulture Unit's second ever Succulentopia event. A team of 4 students grew every succulent at the sale by using a technique called propagating.
We usually start with a leaf cutting, so we would take a leaf, snap it off, lay it on the soil, and it'll take 6 weeks for the roots to show up.
The first Succulentopia plant sale was in May earlier this year, and more than $14,000 in succulents were sold.
The proceeds do go back to the horticulture unit. This certainly will allow me to have a good reason to seek additional help.
The numbers for this year aren't in yet, but the Succulentopia team thinks the crowd this year was much larger than the crowd in May.
We brought out around 3,300 plants, and I think they're all going to be sold. So yeah, we brought 300 flats, which is like almost 5,000 plants.
This quarter's Succulentopia event came to a close, but the work isn't over for Bush and his team of Cal Poly students.
The next month is going to be potting things up that we've already propagated, as well as restarting things to get ready for a future sale.
In the wake of the sale, Bush wanted to leave viewers with one simple message.
Succulents rock.
Lauren Art, Mustang News.
In the spirit of Halloween, our busy Mustang News reporter Lauren Arden visited an escape room.
As Halloween approaches, many search for exciting experiences to get in the spooky mood of the season. The Locked In Arroyo Grande offers just that, an escape room.
It's basically a fun house, but not scary fun house. A lot of people think it's like Saw, and it's not like Saw. You don't have to cut anybody up.
Visitors to the Locked In get in groups of 4 to 10, take an elevator ride.
Your elevator door will open automatically.
And enter a whole new world. In this world, you are locked in a room for an hour, and the only way out is to find clues and solve puzzles.
Who doesn't like a hidden door? It's just a lot of fun.
The Locked In brought on Katie Brayman to help develop their upcoming Indiana Jones themed room. As a liberal arts and engineering studies major, Brayman says that building an escape room is the perfect senior project for her.
It's like my 3 loves are like theater, puzzles, and engineering. That's what escape rooms are.
Her task will be to transform this room into something like this room, complete with hidden clues, secret doors, and challenging puzzles. As it turns out, a lot more goes into these rooms than meets the eye. Brayman says she uses mechanical engineering, computer science, and electrical engineering when developing an escape room.
Like, I have these grand ideas in my head, but then I have to scale back and think, wait, is that feasible?
But the liberal arts side of her education isn't going to waste either.
I see escape rooms as basically an interactive theatrical experience.
Brayman says she feels lucky to be a part of a program that allows her to pick something so unique as her senior project. Lauren Arndt, Mustang News.
Well, the antithesis to trying to find your way out of a room would be trying to find your way into a tight space, such as parking. A committee comprised of staff and students tried out a new form of obtaining student feedback on parking today. Forum invited community members to bring forth their opinions and their experience with parking on Cal Poly's campus. The forum was hosted by Cal Poly's administration and finance staff and the transportation and parking services staff. The goal of the forum was to allow commuters to, quote, make an impact on campus parking, according to a tweet from Cal Poly's administration and finance account. Feedback received during the forum may or may not impact Cal Poly's proposed parking master plan.
Thank you for joining us today. I'm Casey Sublette.
And I'm Allie Goodvine. So long.
Farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Goodbye.